Welcome members to another weekly market update. It's very important this week that you see the other video about the overall direction of the market, because it looks like we're seeing weakness at last, and there's a good chance that this correction I've been banging on about is finally getting underway, which is I'm very excited about, because if this becomes just a healthy correction, there's going to be some great trades lining up, and I really hope there's going to be one of those absolute, real dead certs that come. So I won't be opening any new trades on that basis though. So we can just catch up with what's been going on recently. Here's CF, same as before. We've got just a nice little line of support there with a nice tight entry point. TTPH, it looked like it was kind of just leveling off for a bit, but what I liked about this action on Thursday was that, look at that line of support there, it didn't keep on sinking, it bounced off on a day that the market was having a hard time, so that's a bullish sign for that stock. And also on the 50% line on the RSI, look how it just bounced right off it. So that's actually not a bad consolidation point here. It's just refueling for a leg higher. Very encouraged by that action. That's been a great one so far. URRE, it was just still chugging along there, but it's definitely starting to turn up a little bit. What else have you got here? Caterpillar, it's fine. It's still, we had a bump here, and then it's taking a dive with the rest of the market. I remember I said our entry point here was along this line of support there. So if it breaks that support, then that's the stopped out. But what was encouraging that we don't have heavy volume on this selling, and it's just going down like the rest of the market is going, which is an important point, and why we look at what the overall market does. Right, I think that's let's catch up on gold, because I know there's been some chatter about that. Another way, another thing I look at when I'm just trying to figure out is a correction underway, is things like gold and bonds and what's going on the periphery. But let's have a separate discussion here. I pointed to this last week. Look what's been going on with gold. I told you about last week. I told you about this line of resistance here, right below the 200-day. And look what happened. It broke above it on rising, very, very healthy volume here. Massive increase in volume, pushing gold back above its 200-day moving average. So that's a very important move for gold, and we'll see what happens next. So now, going back to the bonds, you see this is TLT, and here we see a line of resistance. The basic thinking is very simple. Bonds are safe, stocks are relatively riskier. So if there's a concern about stocks going down, money will shift into bonds, and the bond market is considered to be more sophisticated than the stock market. So if you look at TLT, you can get an idea about what other clues about what's going on. And sure enough, what we see, similar to the gold action, you're seeing a breakout of resistance on a rising volume. So you could argue that the smart money is shifting away from stocks and into bonds. So that's another clue. So that's all for now. We'll catch up with you next week.